Hey y'all, I'm Brer Sam, and this is one of my movie reviews. This time it is my first viewing of Tim Burton's Corpse Bride. I have been meaning to watch this movie for such a long time because I know my follower Amanda really loves this film. She actually includes the main protagonists in lots of her Wattpad stories. And quite frankly, after watching it for the first time, I love it too. It's so fun, like so fun. The story is that Victor Van Dort and Victoria Everglot their families plan to have them married. It's an arranged marriage, and they're both worried about it. And the rehearsal doesn't go very well because Victor is having a hard time remembering his vows. And when he goes out to practice, he thinks he's practicing by putting a ring on a branch or something, but then it turns out to be the finger of a corpse named Emily. And she died as a bride, and she thinks that Victor was actually proposing to her. So she takes him to the underworld, and they basically, like, everyone in the underworld thinks Victor is dead, but he's not. And so, of course, the idea is he has to get back to Victoria, and a bunch of misunderstandings happen, including Victoria thinking that Victor is gone forever, and her parents have her marry this guy, Lord Barkis, who later turns out to be Emily's groom who killed her. So this film has a lot to enjoy about it. I mean, it's Tim Burton. If you ever read that he's the director of a movie, you know it's going to be dark. And when I was in middle school, I was absolutely obsessed with that stuff. I watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Edward Scissorhands a hell of a lot. Of course, Johnny Depp, who plays Willy Wonka, and Edward Scissorhands plays Victor in The Corpse Bride, and he does a really good job voice acting that character. I mean, Amanda had been sending me clips of the film before I watched all of it, and in every clip I just thought Victor was such a sweetie. And my God, he is. I mean, he's all shy in the beginning, but to me that makes the character all the cuter. So Victor was a very likable protagonist. I mean, he's just so kind. I just love him for that. He's just lovable. Probably the sweetest, most lovable Tim Burton protagonist I have ever seen. And Victoria is like that too. I mean, there are tons of fans of this movie out there who like Victor and Emily better, but quite honestly, I prefer him with Victoria. Not just because she's alive, but because they're just a better match. They look so cute together, and Victoria is so sweet. I mean, and actually, most of the movie, she just gets shunned. Her parents are just mean. Actually, I remember there's a scene where Victor tells Emily, my mother never let me do much of anything, or whatever the heck he said about his mother being strict. And I'm just like, hey, you should see Victoria's mother. She's worse. Like, way worse. She doesn't even let her near the piano, or she shouldn't be alone with Victor. Like right in the beginning, Victoria says, what if Victor and I don't like each other? And her mother comes in and says, oh, like that means anything. Your father and I never liked each other. Yeah, although she does have a point. There are some couples that are married and hate each other, but still, it's not necessary. And Emily's character, I mean, she's a little rigid when she's introduced. I mean, she's always chasing Victor around, she just doesn't listen to him. Like, she refuses to believe that he's alive and that he actually has someone that isn't her. Like, she even pushes aside the fact that the proposal was an accident. But she does have some development. She soon realizes that they are too different. Like, she's dead and he's not. It's interesting to watch, really, because Victor, he loves Victoria, but yet when he finds out that she's gonna marry Lord Barkis, he decides to marry Emily because it might be the end. And then when they do get married, it's actually Emily who ends the affair because she wants Victor happy, and that's actually good. So I liked Emily's character development. It's kind of to be expected with these kinds of stories, but I personally like it. The look of this movie, like the visual style, I mean, Tim Burton is such a visionary. Like, I mean, when I look back on movies of his that I've seen, you know, like they're like so colorful. Like The Neighborhood and Edward Scissorhands, like all these different colored houses. It's really appealing. And of course, The Chocolate Factory in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, it was beautifully done. And this movie and Nightmare Before Christmas are the well-known Tim Burton animated films. And the animation actually kind of reminds me of Rankin and Bass. It's like half CG, half stop motion. Yeah, it looks more like stop motion than CG, really, but it's cool. It's really cool. And comparing this film to Nightmare Before Christmas, they're kind of similar because, I mean, it's Tim Burton. But I think I like this movie better because Nightmare Before Christmas had a lot of it's an intense creepiness. Like those poor children getting terrorized by those Halloween-y toys on Christmas. That didn't make it for me. But I did like parts of it, but this movie is way better because it's a lot more energetic and it's probably more uplifting. And quite honestly, I watched this movie expecting to be terrorized by all the corpses and skeletons and all that stuff, but they were actually a ton of fun to look at. Like, for example, there's Paul the head waiter, and he's like an actual head. No, that was clever. The skeletons were a ton of fun, especially in that song sequence about Emily's backstory. That was fun. And when the corpses came up into the land of the living, I thought it would be terrorizing like in Nightmare Before Christmas when the children get like heads for Christmas, but in this film the corpses turn out to be like dead relatives or love interests, and I thought that was really sweet. And the designs of the rest of the characters are really interesting because especially Victoria's parents. I mean, her mother, her mother is tall, her father is short and chubby. Like it was actually a ton of fun. And actually, the hairdo on Victoria's mother actually reminded me of Lady Tremaine from Cinderella. That was fun. And they just made Victor look so handsome for a Tim Burton character. Yeah, I mean, it's very cool. And the cast they got, I mean, what can I say? Johnny Depp as Victor, I told you he did a good job. Helena Bonham Carter as Emily, I mean, it's Helena Bonham Carter. She's Bellatrix Lestrange, for crying out loud. She can really play these kinds of characters. And she does have a softer side, as you see in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so she's entertaining. And you have Christopher Lee as the Reverend in the Land of the Living. I mean, I recognized his voice instantly. And of course, you have all the voices that go into the corpses and the spiders, and there's Emily has this little worm friend, Maggot. He was funny. The songs, I mean, Danny Elfman wrote them. He practically writes the songs for all of Tim Burton's movies. So this was some of his best work. I loved the song about Emily's backstory. I enjoyed the song that Maggot and the spider sing to her right after Victor says, "I'll never marry you." That one was nice. What other songs were in there? Oh, and of course the Here Comes the Bride choir, like when the corpses are going into the real world. I mean, Amanda played me that song, and again, I'm just like, hey, I like that choir. And she's like, hey, when you watch it, you'll hear all of it. And I did hear all of it. It's really cool. And the story apparently is based on a Jewish horror story called The Finger. Where a guy puts a ring on a corpse's finger, just like what Victor did. And so I wonder why they didn't credit it in the movie. It's interesting. despite that, the story was it was a ton of fun. So that's the best way to describe this movie. Fun. It was fun. I just love it for that. Victor is adorable. Emily's character development was mature. The songs are catchy. The designs are appealing. In my opinion, this is one of Tim Burton's best movies. And I am sure to return to it many times in the future. Maybe even on Halloween once a year. Thanks so much for recommending this, Amanda, because I love it. And I look forward to seeing Victor and Victoria in future stories of yours. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Bye!